Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is issuing a warning about North Korean troops being sent to Russia. He said today there is evidence of those troop movements, and if they join the war in Ukraine, it will be a, quote, very, very serious issue.
South Korea's intelligence service had reported 1,500 troops had been sent to Russia. Well, now South Korean lawmakers say that number is up to 3,000.
Let's go to Kyiv, Ukraine with our correspondent Megumi Lim. Megumi, do we know what these troops are specifically doing there?
Well, first of all, today's confirmation is the first one coming from Washington that indeed North Korean troops are being deployed to Russia. However, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin did say that it remains to be seen why they are there. He says that it is not clear what their intentions are of being there. But both Ukraine and South Korea have already been sharing intelligence and also sounding the alarm about North Korean troops indeed preparing to join the fight alongside Russian troops against Ukrainian forces in Ukraine. Now, we have already seen Ukrainian officials publish a video just recently, although this video has yet to be independently verified, purportedly showing North Korean soldiers picking up military supplies at a Russian military base. And just last night, President Zelensky of Ukraine, in his nightly video address, he said that Ukraine has information that two units of North Korean soldiers, each made up of about 6,000 personnel, are preparing to join the fight alongside Russian troops. And just yesterday, Ukraine's military intelligence chief Kirilo Budanov said that the first group of North Korean soldiers are likely arriving in Russia's Kursk region today. If we remember, Kursk region is exactly where Ukrainian forces launched a surprise ground incursion into Russia this August, and they still hold quite a significant swath of territory in Russia's Kursk region, although Russian forces are slowly clawing back some territory. So if indeed we do start seeing North Korean soldiers being deployed in the Kursk region, it is likely that they will be joining Russia's fight against Ukrainian forces there.
Megumi, what kind of message could this move send to Ukraine and Western allies?
Well, it is certainly a clear signal that Russia is not backing down in this war and that they're willing to throw more bodies into this fight. They are expanding their cooperation with North Korea. Just this summer, North Korea and Russia signed a mutual defense treaty. And according to U.S. intelligence, Pyongyang has already been supplying Moscow with millions of artillery shells and other weaponry. And now it is likely that North Korea will be able to gain some real-time combat experience on the ground in Russia and in Ukraine. And they're also will likely be able to see the performance of their own weapon systems as they're being used in Ukraine. And of course, this is extremely concerning. But on the other hand, it also raises the question about whether or not Russia is struggling to mobilize its own men. We've already seen Russia raise the salaries, the wages of soldiers to incentivize more people to join the fight, but they're now turning to countries like North Korea. But regardless of all of this, this is, of course, concerning for most of all for Ukraine. Ukrainian troops are severely outnumbered on the battlefield and losing ground to Russian forces. And now the question is, do they have to stand up to another major military power?
All right, correspondent Megumi Lim live for us in Kyiv on this breaking story this morning. Thank you.